At 2:13 a.m., the entire company went dark, not because of hackers, not because of malware, not because of a cyber attack, but because someone changed one tiny setting, just one. A junior administrator had updated a server configuration before leaving for the weekend. A single incorrect value, one forgotten dependency, one small adjustment, and within minutes, applications crashed, employees panicked, customers flooded support lines, millions of dollars began evaporating by the hour. The terrifying part? Nobody knew what had changed. The IT team stared at hundreds of systems like detectives at a crime scene. Every server looked almost identical. Almost. But in cybersecurity, almost identical can be the difference between safety and catastrophe. And that is why configuration management exists. Imagine you own a massive hotel with 5,000 rooms. Every room must have the same locks, the same emergency instructions, the same fire alarms, the same security cameras, the same Wi-Fi settings. Now imagine one room accidentally has a broken lock, no smoke detector, an open window, and a master key left inside. That single room becomes the perfect target for criminals. Computer systems work the exact same way. In a company, there may be thousands of servers, laptops, firewalls, databases, cloud systems, and applications. If every system is configured differently, chaos begins quietly. One server has outdated software, another has weak passwords enabled, another accidentally exposes a database to the internet. And suddenly, hackers don't need to break in, the door is already open. Configuration management is the process of controlling, tracking, standardizing, and protecting system settings across an organization. In simple words, it makes sure every system is built correctly, stays correct, and alerts everyone if something changes unexpectedly. Think of it like a master recipe in a restaurant chain. Imagine a famous pizza company with 10,000 branches. Customers expect the same pizza everywhere. But what if one branch forgets salt, another doubles the cheese, and another uses spoiled ingredients? The brand collapses. Configuration management ensures every recipe for every computer system stays consistent and secure. Now here's where the suspense begins. Hackers love misconfigurations. In fact, many of the world's biggest breaches didn't happen because hackers were geniuses. They happened because someone forgot to configure something properly. A cloud storage bucket left public. A firewall rule left open. An admin password never changed. A debug setting accidentally enabled in production. Tiny mistakes, massive consequences. One famous example involved exposed cloud databases where companies accidentally allowed public internet access. No hacking tools needed, the data was simply sitting there waiting to be discovered, like leaving classified government documents on a park bench. Let's make this even more real. Imagine your house. Before sleeping, you probably lock doors, close windows, turn on alarms, and check cameras. That's configuration. Now imagine every night the locks randomly changed themselves. Some windows unlocked automatically, the alarm occasionally disabled itself. Would you feel safe? Absolutely not. That's exactly what unmanaged IT systems look like. Configuration management constantly checks what changed, who changed it, when was it changed, was it approved, can we restore the old version? Because in cybersecurity, changes are dangerous, even good changes. One of the scariest words in IT is configuration drift. It sounds harmless, but it's terrifying. Configuration drift happens when systems slowly become inconsistent over time. Server A gets updated, server B gets forgotten, firewall C gets modified temporarily, temporary becomes permanent. Months later, nobody remembers the original setup. It's like identical twins slowly changing until one secretly becomes a criminal and nobody notices. Attackers exploit this confusion because organizations often don't realize their systems have drifted into insecurity. This is why companies use tools like Ansible, Puppet, Chef, and Terraform. These tools automatically enforce secure configurations across thousands of systems. Think of them as robotic inspectors constantly walking through a digital city, checking every door, every lock, every alarm. If something changes unexpectedly, they notice immediately. Now imagine this nightmare scenario. A company suffers a ransomware attack. Everything is encrypted, servers dead, operations frozen, but then the IT team smiles calmly. Why? Because their configuration management system documented everything. Every server setting, every firewall rule, every application dependency. They rebuild the environment quickly. The attackers lose leverage. Without configuration management, recovery could take weeks or months or never happen at all. Here's the truth most beginners don't realize. Cybersecurity is not only about stopping hackers, it's about controlling complexity. Because the more systems grow, the more tiny mistakes multiply, and hackers hunt those mistakes like sharks smelling blood in water. Configuration management brings order to that chaos. It creates predictability, consistency, visibility, and in cybersecurity, visibility is survival because you cannot protect what you cannot track. And sometimes the biggest threat to a company isn't a mysterious hacker in a dark room, it's a forgotten setting, quietly waiting in the shadows.